This is a simulator for a procedure called cervical cerclage. And cervical cerclage is when you put a stitch around the cervix to try and prevent late miscarriage or extreme preterm labour. It was developed with NHS Fife and St Thomas's Hospital in London with a company called Limbs and Things. And the reason we developed it is because it's not a common procedure and it's a very difficult one to teach trainees. A woman having this procedure done doesn't want it to be the first one anyone has ever done on them, because if it goes wrong you can lose the baby. Now you're going to try and get one.
This is not a common procedure, but it's one that is essential to get right when it comes around. In the course of my training, I'm in my 5th year of clinical training, I've only seen this a handful of times. I think having the opportunity to practice a skill several times in a safe setting helps to build confidence. I think it's essential for our training and for the patient safety that we have the opportunity to learn some of these difficult and complicated things on a model before we are performing these procedures in an emergency situation.
We think this is quite a realistic simulator because in development we took it over the last 2 or 3 years to experts in the field, both in Britain and India and New Zealand. So it's been trialled around the world before we came up with the final design. And we went through a formal formalisation process to be sure that we got it as lifelike as we possibly could. Every one of these that is sold has the branding on it that it was developed in collaboration with NHS Fife. So I like to think we're spreading the good word of this great organisation around the world just by selling them. And in addition, a percentage of the sale price comes to NHS Fife R&D department. I think the R&D department in Fife and research in Fife in general is disproportionate for the size of the unit. Whenever I go to meetings, very commonly there's a map shown of the centres that have contributed to the research, and there's a lot in the southeast of England, there's a lot in the big centres, and then very commonly there's one little dot up there in Fife because we're contributing to national and international research as well as development of ideas like this.